tea break. We're getting ready for our first race of the evening. Last couple of hours of racing for the day, and we've had very long days yesterday and today. Huge number of entries this year, a packed schedule. But of course, everyone looking forward to making it through to the all-important Friday racing tomorrow. Sitting here in the blocks for the Princess Royal Challenge Cup. First of those races happening today. Alice Baatz in the Baatz station and Imogen Grant in the Bucks station on the right-hand side of your screen.
I was just talking to Paul Reedy in the boat tents, and apparently this race has been delayed today because Imogen Grant's had an exam to sit this morning, so she's had a busy day.
Wow. It's great that they're able to be so accommodating for her.
I'm sure these two scullers know each other well, training together in the team. Anything can happen down this one-on-one dual racing at Henley.
Miss Baatz, Miss Grant.
And single sculling particularly, I mean, match racing is pretty special. It's a pretty different kind of racing to fleet racing. But what about being in the single scull? It's just you against one other.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an intense race, and you've only got you to listen to yourself and your inner thoughts. So you find the toughest guys in the single sculls, some of the craziest people in the single sculls. But it wasn't for me. I'm a crew boat rower.
Attention.
I'll put my hand up there and claim the same as well.
Go.
Maybe we're just not crazy enough, Jess. But here they go, off the line. Alice Baatz, Imogen Grant.
And the obvious thing to point out straight away is one of these rows is a lightweight, Imogen there in Cambridge colours, versus Alice in the red of Agecroft from Manchester. There's about 30 kilos in weight difference between the two rowers, so you'd probably put your money on the heavyweight most times in these kind of races.
But then again, we saw last year, of course, the lightweight Kiwi sculler take out the diamond sculls, so it's one of those races and one of those courses where really anything can happen. So tradition tends to go out the window a little bit here at Henley.
Absolutely, and Imogen's been used to winning this year in the winning Cambridge Blue Boat. She knows how to race and race that dual competition one-on-one.
And at this early stage, we can see that Alice Baatz at the top of your screen in the distinctive yellow boat. She's just in the lead. Alice made her GB rowing team senior debut in 2017 after she graduated from the University of Manchester in 2016.
So Alice is slightly ahead there, but I think Imogen's sticking with her because she has a little glance across, she sticks to her plan. Stay with the bigger, stronger athlete through the start of this race. We could be in for a real humdinger down this course.
Yeah, her rate of striking is up just a little bit higher there on the right-hand side with Imogen Grant, the lightweight. And like we've said, anything can happen in these match races, particularly on this course.
I said it was pretty even down the end, by the end of the island. He's going to stick to their plan. Nice rowing there by Imogen. She's rowing with a deficit of almost 30 kilos there. So she's really got to make every single ounce she's got count for that leverage through the stroke.
She's really making a move here, pulling up level with Alice Baatz now, perhaps. Or maybe a counter move there from Alice. We can see Imogen Grant there on the screen. The 22-year-old, only 58 kilos, as we mentioned, racing lightweight as compared to Alice at 85. So distinct difference there.
She's looking quite strong on that far side there in the yellow boat, the Empacker boat. And that's where she's going to have her advantage. They're rowing against the stream here. Not much of a wind today, but over the 2,112 metres, that might make a difference.
And it is a bit swirly. You can see a bit of the roll on the water there, the washes. We've got more pleasure craft and spectators out on the water this afternoon, and that'll increase tomorrow and over the weekend. And I mean, that plays a huge impact, particularly on these single scullers, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, Henley's famed for being bouncy. You've got this great event because you can come down with your pleasure boat on the far side, but if you can look at the water there, the swell in the water, it's not the flatness they're used to of international six-lane racing. Who can cope with that the best? Real crewmanship. Looking very strong there, Alice, though, now. Into her rhythm, into the middle part of this race.
Well, it looks like we have some wayward geese there in the middle of the course, so if she hits one, she'll know all about it. So hopefully they swim out of the way just in time.
See the geese patrol coming down behind. Normally they move the geese out the way for the racing, but in a natural environment.
Wow, that was close.
And Imogen's staying in touch there, I think, actually, Sarah. I think she's actually staying on her stern, keeping in this race.
And I have to say, this always used to really annoy me as a heavyweight rower. We used to train with the lightweights, and knowing that someone about 30 kilos lighter than you was sticking it with you like a little terrier all the way through training used to drive me nuts.
Oh, that's what they are. As a heavyweight, I can say that. They're always the underdog. They're going to be there to beat you because they should be slower than you. They've got quite a big deficit on weight on you. So sometimes that's a bit more pressure on the actual heavyweight rower compared to the lightweight rower. And having that underdog kind of advantage in some ways is good for the lightweight rower. And Imogen's really just staying on the stern here of Alice.
Yeah, that's right. The stress of knowing that you should be moving ahead when maybe you aren't.
Yeah. This is great racing for these two young internationals, and they're both taking their first steps onto the international team in this Olympiad post Rio. They're taking those slots in the footsteps of people that might have stepped down after Rio, and they've been very successful. But Imogen's right there, I'd say 3/4 of length to Alice, and we're going to see some fireworks hopefully the second half of this race. Go on, girls.
It looks like Imogen might be making a little move here. I thought Alice had about a length on her, but perhaps that's down to half a length here now, and perhaps even drawing up to level.
And these girls must know how fast each other is because they train together at Caversham in the national team. But I wonder who's been holding their cards close to their chest. Has Imogen got something for the finish of this race? And she almost moves up to about a canvas, I'd say, away from Alice. It's very calm there, and the shoulders very low and relaxed.
She's definitely got the beat up. She's rowing it really well. They're keeping her stroke rate up, keeping the boat moving, and it looks like she's just able to get the advantage here, perhaps getting a bow ball in front at this stage.
That's what we're talking about, the dual race and the one-on-one. It was tough at the start because she was down behind Alice about a length. But she kept her hand in the fire there, kept with her. We'll see if Alice has got a change of pace here. She's a very lively member of the rowing team. I spoke to a lot of girls about her. She's well liked amongst the team. She's a great character. You never know what kind of fireworks that's going to spring in the last kind of 300 metres of the race.
As we come down towards the enclosures now, you can see here the crowds gathering on a Thursday, watching the racing. This afternoon, the first race of the afternoon, Alice Baatz and Imogen Grant in the Princess Royal Challenge Cup. And it is neck and neck all the way down the track.
This is what they've come here to do. They've come here to have a flat-out race against each other in front of these crowds in a tricky situation, a lot more washy than they're used to in international racing, with all their friends on the bank. Can they do it in front of the home crowd? Who's going to get the biggest cheer down these enclosures now?
When it looks like a response here from Alice, she's just got maybe half a canvas now. She's making a move. See a great shot from the drone there. We can see down. Not even half a canvas in it.
And if anything, I'd put my money on the heavyweight to have a sprint finish, but Imogen's really taking it to her here. Look at this move now by Imogen Grant. She's just up the rate, and I think she's drawing level with Alice. Alice looks like she's rowing a little bit lower rate, strokes per minute. Imogen's really wound it up. Has all that Cambridge racing one-on-one really paying off now.
Wow, we can hear the crowd roaring in the background. This is an incredible race unfolding here. Imogen Grant, she's stepping up again.
There you go, Alice is taking it up now, and it's bow ball to bow ball. Come on, girls, who's going to do it for the line? Little wobble there from Alice.
Wow, that little wobble might have just cost her. It looks like Imogen Grant now has her bow ball in the lead, the little lighty.
There we go, some Cambridge shouts versus Agecroft. I can't call this, right to the line. Imogen looks like she's got a highest stroke rate, and this is incredible racing, one-on-one.
Wow, what a finish as they come down to the line. It's the heavyweight and the lightweight. Wow. For me, that looked like Alice Baatz just got there over Imogen Grant.
What a race.
Tightest race of the regatta so far. And it is Alice Baatz just ahead of Imogen Grant.
Sneaked it